Hey everybody, this is Jonathan Kios, job coach and agency linkage specialist from Central Valley Charter Schools, and you're listening to Your Transition Podcast. First and foremost, congrats to all our graduating seniors. Woo-hoo! You did it. Secondly, we are bringing to you a special beachside edition as we get ready for summer. Blake, I just want to make sure that you've got your sunscreen on, you're ready to reflect and celebrate all that our students have accomplished this year, and that you're just good to go, man. You're ready.
Oh yeah, Jonathan. I've got my Hawaiian shirt. So it's not a real Hawaiian shirt, but it's a shirt made in Hawaii. And then I've got my SPF 100. I burn bad. So I got my super protection and a nice cup of iced tea, and I'm ready to go. I have to admit though, it's kind of bittersweet. Summer feels a little bittersweet to me. You know, we had so much fun this year working with our students and our families, as well as their other staff members. Doing this podcast here with you this year, Jonathan's been a blast. And speaking of, this is our last one of the year, of the school year, that is. So we'll start back up again, but it's been a blast, but sad to see it go.
Yeah, I agree, Blake. It's been a lot of fun. I also feel the same way. You took the words right out of my mouth, bittersweet. However, our students and staff have earned some time to reflect and rest and slow down a little bit. Let me take these off. I'm super excited about this time of just rest and reflection. And then also, I know that the staff are gonna work tirelessly over the summer to really make next year even better. So our students, our staff, they've earned some beach time, which leads me to a very important point. Blake and I wanted to share today our top 7 beaches close to the Central Coast. Blake, will you do us the honors?
Yeah, absolutely, Jonathan. My pleasure. So here we go. So one of our 7 beaches we have is AVILA Beach. It's one of the best family beaches in California. It's a spacious beach that has, soft and fine sand, which is really nice, easy on the feet, and gentle waves. And it's really ideal for the little ones in water play, which is awesome. They have lifeguards that stand watch. And then there's a boardwalk that offers restrooms and outdoor showers. And it's adjacent to the Pirate Park, that has basketball courts and even a playground, which is really cool. So additional amenities as well on that beach even include picnic tables, grill stands, barbecue by the beach, and parking, along with a bunch of other even lodging options. So you can make it a nice family weekend. So another beach we have on our list here is CAYUCOS State Beach. CAYUCOS State Beach blends sand and surf and sun for a classic kind of California vibe. Kids will love how big the beach playgrounds are. There are tide pools and fishing off of the historic pier there. You don't even need a fishing license. How cool is that? So no additional fees there. And even if you're a surfer, there are waves that are near the pier that offer some fun thrills, and there's even surf schools by the CAYUCOS Surf Company that helps some of us newbies. Like if I were to go out there, I would definitely need a lesson and to get out there and join in on that action. And then of course, one of the most important parts, food, right? Who doesn't want food? And there's multiple different casual restaurants right along the shore.
Wow, I'm grabbing my surfboard and some money so I could get some fish tacos. I am ready to go.
Yes.
What about number 3, Blake? Would you share with our audience number 3?
Oh yeah, absolutely. My pleasure. Number 3, we have W.R. Hart's Memorial State Beach in San Simeon. It's a local favorite, and the beach stands adjacent to the town of San Simeon, across from Highway 1, from Hearst Castle. In addition to some nice calm waters, and along a long coastline, it's a protective cove that offers picnic sites and parking. You get some restrooms and grilled sands, or those fish tacos. And the little ones will enjoy sand play, walking around the pier, maybe in fishing. Again, no license required. Really nice. As well as swimming and even kayaking. So that's fun too. Next up, number 4, we've got Moonstone Beach in Cambria. This one's cool. So it's one of the best beaches that are in Central California for beach combing. So if you're in Moonstone Beach, you can explore, and it's great for people of all ages. So if you're little, you're older, it's known for its smooth moonstones, which is in sea glass and driftwood. So you get all this cool stuff washed up on shore that you can just kind of like relax, dig around. I mean, you could just put a towel out and just like dig around wherever you plant, and check out all these cool things that are along the beach. The waves here can be large and strong, so it's kind of sometimes unsuitable for swimming and surfing, depending on your skill level there though. Really cool. It's a little different, different activities there. Beachcombing's a lot of fun.
I think my kids need to grab their buckets and we need to go check out Moonstone Beach at Cambria. They love collecting seashells, and they love and we have a whole collection of seashells in our house. So they definitely love that. So thanks for sharing.
Yeah.
What next? What else you got for us, Blake?
Love it. Yeah. So next up, we've got number 5. We got Morro Bay Strand State Beach. And this is a 6-mile stretch of white sand beach that goes between Morro Bay and that CAYUCOS Pier. And it makes for a really scenic and kind of challenging walk in Highway 1. Morro Bay Strand day use area covers a section of beach that boasts, ideal conditions for fishing or windsurfing or even flying a kite, which is always a good fun activity. And it's also a popular training ground for joggers. So if you want to, I mean, not my cup of tea for a nice vacation beach day, but hey, if you want to go in and you want to jog, it's a great area for taking a jog. It's got excellent facilities for picnicking. And you, of course, you have to see, you get a nice, beautiful view of Morro Rock in the distance.
I definitely agree with you. Jogging, nope. I'm going to the beach. I'm putting my beach chair in the sand. I'm planting myself in that beach chair, and I'm not moving. I may move though to refill on iced tea or get some extra fish tacos.
Yeah, exactly. I love it.
What about those dog lovers? You got anything for them?
Yeah, well, being an avid fur parent myself, I'm like, where am I going to be able to bring my little baby fur child? My 4-legged friend. And yeah, Morro Bay Dog Beach in CAYUCOS. So it has an area for dogs where you can let them play in the surf in an off-leash area on the CAYUCOS' southern end. It's a stretch of coastline and has something for the whole family, including the dog. And it has beach combing, which is really fun. You can find all kinds of cool like sand dollars in there. It's got wildflowers, tide pools, surfing, fishing, and even birding. So, you got a bird dog, they can enjoy birding too. And it offers, again, those beautiful views of Morro Rock. Beautiful landmark. And then, of course, free parking. Can't beat that.
Can't beat it.
And then
take us home, number 7.
Yeah, last but not least, we have ESTERO BLUFFS Beach. You can park in front of a scenic state park. And this beach, it can be reached through hiking, through grasslands along the bluffs. And so while several beaches kind of skirt the trail below it, The most accessible sits in this nice sandy little cove where Villa Creek meets the sea. And here we find a really great spot for tide pooling, bird watching, whale watching, always cool. And again, that really fun beach combing. I love taking home, like a little mason jar of those seashells.
Wow. Thank you so much, Blake. I know some of our listeners who probably love the beach as much as you and I do, they're probably taking notes. I know, on that note, I know what I'm doing this summer, Blake. So do not come looking for me. Okay?
Right? Or me.
I am putting the do not disturb on my phone. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I think so. Actually, for those of you who don't know, many of our staff members, we work throughout the summer in order to provide those great services and quality programs we try to offer, for our students and our families. One of the services we are just super excited and we would love to discuss with you today, and that is our Alumni Network. That happens to be hosted by yours truly. But before we get there, Blake, aren't you excited about our guest today?
Oh yeah, big time. I mean, I'm a little biased. But she is so awesome. I almost gave it away there.
Just go for it, man. Who are we having today? We almost let the cat out of the bag, so it's like we might as well just go for it.
All right. You convinced me. Yeah, today we have our very own Yolanda Vazquez, our assistant SPED director. She's going to help us recap the year and share a little bit about what she does and will continue to do for students, as well as offer a parting word to our student body. We're really kind of jumping the gun here, but it's just so hard to contain the excitement for having her on our podcast, our last podcast. All right. So Jonathan, what is this Alumni Network that you speak of?
Well, I thought you would never ask. Okay. To our graduating seniors, actually all students. I know, especially those students who are leaving us, though, those seniors who are leaving us, you're sad to leave us. But there's a silver lining. We want all of our students to know that we have a new, thriving alumni network that was launched last year. We have a belief here at Central Valley Charter Schools that your success is our success. That is why we're offering career services for up to 4 years. That's right. Can you believe it, Blake? 4 years after graduation. So that means you're still part of our community. In other words, we want our alumni to succeed even after you leave us. So we just don't wash our hands clean of you guys and say, see you later. We're going to sail off into the sunset. No, we want to make sure that you thrive even after you leave us. So you're still part of the family. I think that's pretty cool. But again, I know I'm definitely biased.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, and I gotta ask though too. Something you mentioned in there, career services. What is that?
I probably should have started with that. That's a great question, Blake. Okay, so career services is where an alumni student gets the opportunity to sit down with the job coach who provides a range of supports. These supports can be, but they're not limited to, self-discovery and interest profilers. So if you're one of those students who's thinking, or those former students who's thinking, I graduated, I'm still trying to figure it out. I don't know if I want to do trade school. I don't know if I want to go to community college. And you feel stuck. We will help you discover what it is you need to discover to get unstuck. So that's one of the benefits that the Alumni Career Services offers. Another career service is employment document help. Now, if you're out there and you're applying for jobs and you're applying to schools, we can help you with things like your cover letter, your resume, your application help, reference help. I helped an alumni recently with thank you letters and more. Heck, we'll even help you with interview preparation. So that is another career service that alumni are starting to take advantage of. So I wish, and again, I know I'm really biased, but I wish that when I was in high school, that my high school, after I left, helped me with some of these services. Some other services, Blake, that and to our listeners that we're excited to share, is that we offer career coaching, job search support. So if you just need help, you don't know where to start, and the information out there is just really overwhelming, we'll help you with job search. We'll also help, and I mentioned it previously, with college documents and application help, agency linkage. So that's connecting you with employers and career fairs and internship opportunities and much, much more. So I'm gonna use my beach talk. I'm super stoked about it, that we get to provide these services. Also, one other thing I wanted to mention is that we provide all of these services by offering scheduled office hours. So you could schedule a one-on-one with one of our alumni job coaches, and they will sit down. You're not going to be thrown into a crowd. You're not going to be nameless or faceless. We want to make sure that we connect with you and that we support you in whatever way that you need.
Jonathan, that is totally radical, man. That is awesome. That is great. Oh, that's so many amazing resources. And again, like you said, I wish my high school would have been, just kept in touch. I mean, heck, if anything, it just makes me feel kind of special, It's like,
yeah,
wow, you guys care, which is really cool. And really powerful. But hey, so how can one connect with the Alumni Network to hear about the different events and stuff we have, or to receive assistance at all?
Okay, another great question, Blake. Okay, so we have a number of ways alumni can get involved. So we're going to share some links in the comments, but I want to just share, because in this age of information overload, I like that whole keep it simple, silly, right? So I want to just keep it simple. All right, so first off, we have an alumni email address. It's alumni@centralvcs.org. And we'll go ahead and we'll share that in the comments with you so that you can just reach out. All you got to do is just send us an email, say, hey, I need help, and we're there. Another way is the alumni webpage. So if you go to Monarch River or Yosemite Valley under resources, and we'll go ahead and we'll put this on the screen. Under resources, there will be an alumni career services section. We have a newsletter. That's right. We have a monthly newsletter where we share things like office hours, career fairs, just a host of just great resources. One resource we shared this past year was a YouTube channel on job search and employment docs, and just a lot of useful information will come through that newsletter. The other way is by, once you've reached out, is we'll schedule office hour visits, and we can schedule a time. And so we haven't, because we're heading into the summer, we haven't scheduled our August or next school year's one-on-one office hour times set aside for alumni, but we're going to go ahead and release that, so be on the lookout for that. Okay, I know I gave everyone a lot, and again, links are going to be included in the comment section, but I'm super excited to share all of this with you.
All right, so much good stuff, Jonathan. Awesome. I hope our alumni and our students realize just how much we want to support them on their journeys. And not only do teachers and staff want to support them, but I also think it's important for our listeners to know that our administrators as well and school leaders are behind many of our supports, like the Alumni Network. And so that's kind of why I'm so happy to have one of our school's fearless, amazing leaders today. She has a heart for students. So welcome, Yolanda. Would you like to say hello to everybody?
Yes, of course. Thank you, Blake. Thank you, Jonathan, for having me here today. It's an honor.
And she was gracious enough to join us at the beach. So we're super happy about that. So Yolanda, for those listeners who haven't had the opportunity to work with you, can you share a little bit about who you are and what it is you do for Central Valley Charter Schools?
Yes, absolutely. So as I said previously, my name is Yolanda Vazquez. Currently, I'm the Director of Transition and Social Emotional Learning Interventions. Additionally, I also oversee the SPED department, grades 9 through 12, the high school years. In my personal life, I'm a doctoral candidate working on my dissertation. We'll be finishing it soon, hopefully. I'm the mother of a child with significant needs. I am a lover of all things Marvel and Wonder Woman. And much like Blake and probably Jonathan, I'm enthusiastically waiting for the start of Obi-Wan Kenobi. During my times with the charters as a servant leader, I've really been blessed to work with some amazing teams and amazing people like you two guys. And we've been able to create tailored programs that are specific to our community's unique needs and unique desires. So some of the programs that we've created were so successful that they branched off into their own departments. So for example, Transition started off as a project. So did the social emotional learning. Now they're their standalone departments, as you guys both know, because you're both rock stars in both departments. One of the unique things is that we build our own curriculum. Everything is from the ground up. Everything is tailored. We are also very proud of the Alumni Network that we've created, which provides continued college and career readiness services to our kiddos long after they're gone. Once you're with Yosemite or Monarch, you're always going to be one of our students. So we always have the opportunity to come back and allow us to work with you, allow us to serve you. I guess I also want to say that the SEL department provides high school elective classes for all of our students. We're now in year 3 of this tiny idea that blossomed and really became this great powerhouse opportunity for our students. So we're now in year 3 of that. The long-term plan with that is to have student leaders. So we're going to be training our student leaders to teach alongside our teachers and encourage the younger students. So I know that's quite a bit, but that's what I do.
So so pretty much what I took away from that was that Yolanda, to our listeners, Yolanda never sleeps, you guys. She works tirelessly for all of you all who are listening. And, I thank you so much for sharing, Yolanda. We really, on behalf of just the staff and the student body, we thank you and we appreciate you for all that you've done to help support our students. A lot of these ideas that have blossomed or that you, the listeners, know about, like the Alumni Network or the SEL supports in place, those she's been behind those. And so we're super excited about that. We are going to be sure to share our SEL page in the description. Blake will go ahead and we'll put it in the description. We'll put a link there. As well as our alumni resources that we have, etc. So any resources that we talk about during this podcast, we're going to put it in, we'll put the link in the description. All right, so Blake just kind of gave me the signal that he has a question. So Blake, go for it.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much. So I do have a question for you, Yolanda. So we have a lot of students, I know with graduation coming up, that are going to be entering into another year, another chapter of their post-secondary education training. You know, whether that's college, career training, all these different things. What message exactly would you or the administration love to give to these students?
So if I could give any advice to our young students, maybe three. Number one, appreciate every moment of your youth and take your time to discover your passion, what brings you joy. Because once you discover your passion, any occupation will feel like a calling. And that's probably why I don't sleep, Jonathan, because I love this job so much. I love you guys so much that I want to do for our community and for our team. Second, don't compare your life's path to that of anyone others. Everyone defines success differently, and your definition of success is entirely up to you. You're not in competition with anyone but yourself. Lastly, don't be afraid to ask for help. You'll be amazed at the number of people who want to see you succeed and are willing to be a part of that process and help in some way. Certainly, here's a plug. Your Alumni Network is here to help you with resumes, applications, preparing you for interviews, and much more.
Love it. Thank you so much for just sharing that advice. Like many of you know, Yolanda shared that she's going for her doctorate degree. So she, having worked under her, I can tell you that she is definitely a lifelong learner. And so, as you know, Yolanda, our students are going to summer break. There's a time of pausing and reflecting. Many of them are going to be returning. What advice do you have for those returning students?
So for our students that are returning, here's something to think about. Your teachers are a partner in your education and are in your corner. So they're not adversaries, they're your partner. They want to see you succeed. So if you're struggling with academics or with any social and emotional concern like anxiety or depression, talk to one of them. Tell them about your concerns. We have so many supports available to you, and all you have to do is ask. But if you don't ask, we won't know. So just remember that every teacher, every adult here, every administrator is a partner in your education.
I love that. Yes, to echo what she said, we want to help. It's a calling for the staff at Central Valley Charter Schools. This is just not a clock in and clock out job. This is our calling. So, all right, one last question, and we're going to be wrapping this up soon because I think I'm getting a little bit burnt. I need to put on some more SPF. All right, so last question, Yolanda. So, what is your summer look like? What are you excited about? What are you doing? Please share.
So due to my son's special education needs, he does attend extended school year, and really we're not able to travel much because he's not able to tolerate certain things. So we work with his needs and we work with his interests. He loves water. So we have a really nice backyard for him and he enjoys his water toys. So for myself, I'm looking forward to finishing my dissertation this summer. So that's my goal for my vacation. In the backyard, watching my kiddo with his water toys while I'm typing away. That's what I'm doing.
I love it. I knew the dissertation would be in there somewhere. Just make sure that you keep the dissertation far away from the water. So on that note, just want to thank all of our listeners for hanging in there with us this school year. We also want to thank our student volunteers, as well as our guest speakers. Yolanda, thank you for sharing your insight today and just for all that you've built in order to help serve our students and our alumni. Listeners, again, we will be sure to include those links to some of the resources mentioned in today's podcast. And then lastly, I think it's fitting to end today's podcast by just congratulating the graduating class, the class of 2022. That sounds so weird to me, Blake. Doesn't it sound weird?
Oh yeah, especially, I mean, that puts me 10 years out of my high school. So, I mean, it kind of stings a bit.
And I'm not even going to tell you guys when I graduated, but anyways, so just congratulations to the class of 2022. You guys have accomplished so much. We can't wait to hear about all the successes on your journey. Please stay in touch. Your Alumni Network will be reaching out to you, and we want to know where you're at on the journey. We want to be with you on the journey. And so also congrats to all our students on the growth. So those who aren't graduating, you've just grown a little bit. Congrats to you. You've done it this year. And just remember, I had a friend who used to tell me, if you're not where you want to be, celebrate that at least you're not where you were. So you've moved forward this year. So congrats to all the students. So on that note, grab the tissue box. That concludes today's podcast for this school year. We will see you next school year, and we're excited about getting more of you involved, and we wish you a wonderful summer. Thank you and take care.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations, guys. Thank
Take
you.
care.